Hey there, folks. I've decided that today we are going to talk about decadence. It's not just a word that people slap on products they want women to eat. It's such a decadent fudge. Yeah, whatever. What's next? So good it's a crime against humanity. Anyway, decadence is a real thing. And it can be a real problem. Basically, decadence occurs when you're using a pleasure to solve a physical pleasure to solve a spiritual hunger. So, like throwing yourself into anonymous sex because you're lonely. Or eating your feelings because you're angry. Or something like that. And the problem with that is that no matter what your indulgence is, you will go through the addictive cycle. The pleasure will be less and less effective. You will get less and less enjoyment out of it the more you do it, especially if you're doing it kind of compulsively, directly in reaction to an emotion. And that's bad enough. The fact that diminishing returns will set in. But the real problem with all addictions, whether it's, crack cocaine or knitting, is that every time you fill that hole with, the wrong thing, the hole gets bigger. And this is how people end up in the extremes of decadence, and they're in a terrible state psychologically. Odds are the pleasure isn't even all that pleasant anymore. They're tired of it. They know on a basic primal level that there's something that they want that they're not getting. They know that they're still not happy. But in the throes of decadence, you can't see that there could be a solution that isn't just pleasure of one form or another. Decadence blinds you to things outside of its essential range. And so you can end up doing things that are way more extreme than you ever thought you'd do because you're trying to get that same pleasure. And so you have to just keep dialing it up and dialing it up. And that's as true for something like my own addiction, which is video games, as it is for, heroin. And so the solution is always to realize that the problem is spiritual and you can't solve a spiritual / psychological problem with just pleasure. You have to find something more. Generally speaking, broadly speaking, that thing will be meaning in one way or another. You're going to have to find something that means something to you and pursue it. This is the kind of trap that someone who's rich could easily fall into. And, I'm not knocking it. It's probably a fun trip until it starts to, wear you out. But, it will hollow you out, and it will lead to the extremes of that say, royalty of the past would get up to. And in the more recent past, pretty much anyone who's rich, especially the young, rich, and unmonitored kids, they can have whatever they want, and so they can go real far into decadence, and all pursuing the same pleasure by more and more extreme means. The only way out is to realize that the problem is spiritual / psychological, if that's what you prefer, not physical, and there's a lot more to life than physical pleasure. This is why societies that go off the deep end with decadence always end up going to the other extreme, which is Puritanism or asceticism, because suddenly they finally remember the spiritual, and it's such a relief. It's such, oh my God, to escape this pleasure cycle and all that bullshit. Oh, and so they just, as Nietzsche pointed out, they're still decadent. It's just that the pleasure that they're overdosing on is spiritual, but they're still not restraining themselves. So it's still decadent. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about decadence right now. Beware. Remember that no matter how much you enjoy something, even if it's something as harmless seeming as, I don't know, doing crosswords, you have to keep it in its place. It will maybe help you pass the time, maybe brighten you up on a bad day, but it can't be a replacement for, say, companionship or physical love in all its forms, or any of the needs of the soul. You're going to have to take care of those too. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.